I'm the Vice President of the National Council of Negro Women here at UConn. We're the first collegiate section in New England. Thank you very much. So, yeah, we are collaborating with Mingy Zingy and with Rose and Collective Uplift, of course. And this is a collaborative event. Everyone's going to introduce themselves real quick, and then we're going to get started with some of the healing work.
What's up, everyone? So, my name is Takai Dryden. I'm the co-founder of Mingy Zingy.
Hey, my name is Caleb Edgehill. I'm also co-founder of Mingy Zingy.
So, what Mingy Zingy is a lifestyle brand. We're aiming to educate and empower people through electric exercising and holistic healing.
We like people to become more creative and self-actualize because that's the best way to overcome and transcend the struggle that come with life.
So, I want to tell you all how we got started. It's a pretty long story. I'll tell you my story first. So in 2005, I witnessed the murder of my father. And after that, I was traumatized. Anxiety, stress was striking out. Resented my mother. We didn't have a good relationship. It was absolutely terrible. She was all kicking me out of the house, and this wasn't a good relationship. So I didn't know how to cope with it. You know, it was very, very tough. It was bad. I suffered from depression and everything. One day, I met this gentleman in high school, and he would just walk into class, and he just was free. You know, like he wasn't stressed. He was just free. You know what I mean? Like he just walk in like, I'm here. And I'm like, all right. So then I reached out to him, and we started to have conversations. And then one day we went, on a hike, did some meditation, and he invited me to actual meditation. So a lady named Karen Frake. She's like a certified meditation teacher. So I came to this classroom surrounded by all elderly white women, and they were just so welcoming. They just were like, come on in, like we got this. Tell us all about you. Tell us your story. I started opening up to them, and they were receptive to it. They appreciated it. The moment I laid down on my back, and she started speaking and teaching meditation, the moment I closed my eyes opened. You know, my physical eyes were closed, but my eyes were open. And from that moment, like my life has been amazing. I can't even explain to you all the amount of abundance that I feel and the love that I feel. You know, so
Definitely. To go off of that, it was a pleasure not only educating him but myself about mindfulness, meditation, yoga, things of that nature. Like he said, it was a pretty homogenous class that we went into, meaning everybody looked the same. They were usually white people over the age of 55, which is nothing against that, but pretty homogenous group. And so going into this space, I had the idea and I shared it with this gentleman. And we were able to come up with a type of formula to spread that knowledge and not have it be bound to a specific group. Why not everybody be able to access this information? It's the information age, so we can be a part of it in a unique way, and that's what we're doing here with Mingy Zingy.
And with this brand, I've been able to teach meditation literally all over the world. I went to school in London, Paris, and Rome. This is our third official event for the collaboration, of course. And I'm just happy that we're able to teach that. If you all have any questions, if you all just feel the need to reach out to somebody to have a conversation about anything, you know, we're more than welcome to do that. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Oh, definitely.
Right back. So, actually, there's a gentleman here.
Yes.
His name's Lance Smith, and in high school, he was an all-star football player. He was great, you know. He's just somebody people looked up to, still do, and they called him Mr. Mingy. And that word didn't resonate with me. You know, it wasn't like a word that I was like, I just was saying it. So eventually, you know, I'm in the woods, I'm going to Whole Foods. I didn't have money to do it, so I was stealing from Whole Foods, and I was just, you know, I was healthy, you know, so I'm like, this is me. You know, I would put it on Snapchat and Instagram, and people were like, yo, that's dope, you live in Mingy. So then that was like the mental portion of it, the Mingy. Then after the meditation, we got into the yoga and the jiu-jitsu and playing chess, the grounded energy. So that was like the zingy. So we made that one up on our own. It was like mind, body, Mingy, zingy. It just came together.
Yeah, no issue, no issue.
So now we're going to be meeting some of the members of Rose and also the Vision and CU, who are going to be introducing themselves real quick, and then I'm going to start.
How y'all doing? My name is Michael Reed Jr. I'm a senior English major here, of course, at UConn. I'm the president of Brothers to Recharge Society. Brothers to Recharge Society is a cultural organization, and what we really focus on is creating a community for underrepresented men on campus who don't actually have a community on this campus. We try to do that through conjoining experiences, and that conjoining experience that we choose to emphasize as community service is really having progressive and dialogue conversations with each other, and just spending time and finding a way to network and make sure that everyone really realize and emphasize that our greatest resource is each other, and can really uplift each other right now. We have to wait till we're settled in our career. We have to wait 10 years down the line, but right now it's really important. But sharing that knowledge, I have a couple people in the room right now.
I'm Stefan, sophomore art major. I'm the media event coordinator.
My name is Makai Morse. I'm the sophomore management information systems major, and I'm the social media coordinator for Rose.
My name is Nate Nugent, vice president of the Brothers Research Society. Junior Sport Management.
My name is Joshua Lockhart. I'm the treasurer of Collective Uplift. Collective Uplift was started in 2015, specifically to cater to student athletes, African American student athletes, just provide a platform for them to be able to come and discuss all their social and mental issues that they go through. And necessarily, it provides a platform where necessarily they can come and just be free. Started in 2015, when I started going to Collective Uplift, it created an atmosphere where the athletes would come, necessarily we would just discuss certain topics like issues like Serena Williams, and have presenters come in. Our board, we have business entrepreneurs that come in and just necessarily speak on the empowerment of African American athletes, and just necessarily gives us a place where we can grow and develop as a collective whole.
Hi, I'm Chanel. I'm a sophomore poli-sci major, and I'm one of the writers for the Vision, so magazine for the AACC.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm also part of the Vision. I'm sitting.
Hey, I'm Taya. I'm also part of the Vision.
I'm Taj Anthony, vice president of Collective Uplift, former student athlete, turned into student business owner now. Collective Uplift is a great ground for all of us.
David Boggs, senior, also known as Collective Uplift, secretary, community council, and historian for the organization. Been a member since last fall, and just kind of continuing to build off what Todd and Josh and Clay like to help with more so about resource and information, just developing awareness of what's available on campus, what's available outside the bounds of the campus, and understanding that inside the resource, inside the information age that Caleb touched upon, that there's lots of ways that you can help address the issues that you go throughout your daily life. So just developing awareness of that and just being mindful of your surroundings. Thank you.
president of CNW, which is like a group for like sisters on campus to get together and do different things. So this week is actually, or today is our anniversary as being chartered on campus. As the first New England collegiate section. So I feel like that's a big milestone. I don't know if we're still the only one. I think it's another one in New Jersey, but I don't know if that's legal. But also, this week is NCNW week, so like this is how we're starting it off. But we also have like a women's empowerment panel tomorrow that you can still sign up for on our website. We're having a bake sale, we're having a soul food sale, we're painting the rock on Monday, come out. We're going to vote on Tuesday together. So we just have a lot of cool stuff going on. So check us out, NCNW UConn on Instagram. But thank you.
So today, what today is going to be comprised of includes meditation, includes yoga, and includes really beautiful, heartfelt discussion. So to start, I'd like everybody to stand up. NCNW people know what's about to happen, so brace yourselves. I will say, this activity, it's not physically strenuous. You don't have to do anything other than hold someone's hand. But it can be intense, emotionally, spiritually. So make sure that you ground yourself. Make sure that you're engaging in belly breathing so that you are present and you feel calm. Some people like to laugh. I just wanted to give a little whoopee. So find someone, if there's someone in the room that you feel very comfortable with, please turn to them. If not, it's okay. We're all loving in this space. We're all accepting. So you can just... Yes? Ooh, all right. Yes, everybody pick somebody. If you don't have somebody that you know, make a new friend, please. You laugh. Okay. So don't look at me. I'm not across from you. Look at the person in front of you. That's like how to look at. You gotta look at that mirror. Yeah. Okay. Get cozy. Be comfortable with everyone. What's a good word called? Here. Like if everyone can be as silent as possible and as present as you can be, all right? So look at them, don't look at me. Look this person in the eyes. Look them in the eyes. All right? But we do want to try to stay silent. So look them in the eyes. See what color their eye is.
Yes.
See if it has some texture to it, right? Keep looking at them. Keep looking at them. Okay? And what do you see? With no words. With no words. I want you to look at this person. And I want you to see yourself. I want you to look at this person. And with eye contact alone, we are communicating right now. With eye you are loved. With eye contact alone, let this person know that you see them. You see everything that they have gone through and that they are still perfect. With eye contact alone, let this person know that they are safe. You are safe in front of me. You are safe in my company. With eye contact alone, and deep breaths, belly breaths, because it can be a lot. Let's do some belly breathing, right? Make sure you're balanced on your feet. With eye contact alone, let this person know that it is okay to be exactly as they are. That they are accepted unconditionally. Let them know that you will be there for them. That you will always have that love for them. With eye contact alone, please, I ask, let this person know that you are them. That they are strong. They are stronger than they can even see. Let this person know that they have made it. They have persevered. With eye contact alone, let this person know that it's okay. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be brave. With eye contact alone, let this person know that they are whole, that they are more than enough, exactly as they stand in front of you at this very moment. They are more than enough. They are perfect. You are perfect. I am perfect. Eye contact alone. Let this person know that you see God in them. And it's okay to shine. It's okay to hide sometimes too. You're allowed your wholeness. You're allowed your uniqueness. You're allowed your love. You're allowed your strength. You're allowed your blackness. You're allowed your otherness. You can be. You are safe. Now maybe give that person a hug. We're done. Thank y'all so much.
I'm happy how I feel, I'm happy able to affirm myself what I want to do and where I want to go. So maybe I'm receptive, I'm successful. It really mean that, you know, and really feel that. I feel like people wake up every day, they don't know what's going on with themselves or their body or their brain, whatever it might be. I like being aware of that. So to me, mental health is being aware, but also being health conscious.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Irritating. Mental health to me is whatever I see as important, like prioritizing that and making sure like I take care of myself to make sure like I'm okay. So like for example, if I see people as more important than schoolwork, I'm gonna take care of like my people and then my schoolwork I can be. So like basically prioritizing based on like what my priorities are.
Okay. Do those priorities change from day to day? So it's like a daily thing, you gotta check in every day?
For the most part, but I feel like people always come before like a lot of stuff for me. But this is how I am.
Cool, thank you for sharing. Hi. What's your name?
I'm Taylor, hey everybody. I think there's a difference between if we're saying like mental health and what, not good or bad, but healthy or unhealthy or beneficial health is, because you can say like what is physical health, that doesn't mean good health. It doesn't, you know, just it's what it is. So mental health is just the state of their mind. But I think when we're talking about healthy mental health, is about self-actualization and about taking the time to figure out what's going on with your mind, because we all know that the universe is mental. The world is created off of how your mind works. So taking the time to check in on how your mind is actually working, how it's building the foundations of your life, because everything that is outside of you is a reflection of your mental state. So,
Thank you for sharing. Does anyone else have comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Your name again?
my name is Caleb Etchio, once again. Yo, shout out to me, I'm standing up. Yes, but going off what Taylor says, mental health is just like a overarching theme, but being mentally healthy, I believe, is when you are able to be resilient. Because everybody's life's gonna have trial and tribulations. If you didn't, you wouldn't be alive. So the aim then should be being able to transcend past those trials and tribulations and to overcome the hurdles. So that's being mentally healthy, being resilient and being able to take impact and keep going forward. That's what I believe mentally healthy.
How does somebody do that? How does like for me personally, I don't see impact. I don't see bad things. That's personally how I program myself.
Impact then can be just a vocabulary change. It can be impact, it can be resistance, it can be growth. Even growth is when a seed grows from the ground, it has to push out through the ground in order to branch out and create its trees. And so there's going to be some level of change. And for people, change is not usually the most comfortable thing, right? And so that's part of resiliency. Thank you.
I think so. So what I'm hearing you say is like, I think, do people start off with perfect mental health?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think people are born with perfect mental health, and then the second their parents start talking to them, it's all
Yeah.
see how like,
I believe
So how do we
that.
go about achieving the most ideal mental health we can by the time we need to have it?
Meditation.
My name is Josh. I think it starts off with awareness and being able to read yourself. Necessarily, everybody has a different perspective in life. And when you're able to identify the things that hold you back or necessarily keeps you going, that's the things that you need to implement into your life. So that way you can have a sound life or to the best of your ability from your perspective.
Thank you. I saw hands back here. Aaliyah, there's someone behind you.
Oh, word, yeah, please.
And then we'll go. What's your name?
My name is Cameron. And so I think mental health is really about like being stable. You know, the world is crazy around us, and you know, if you all think about it, we all are all made of a bunch of energy. We're all going ups and downs. We have yins and yangs, whatever you want to call it, up, down, good, bad. And you know, the environment changes you every single day. The people you meet, the food you eat, everything you do changes your sign. You may go higher today, you may go lower tomorrow. And that's I think mental health is really, you know, coming back to the basics. You talk about when you're first born. Are you perfectly healthy? Like you have a set vibration that you're doing. And everything that you do changes you when you go up high to down on. So mental health is being stable and going back to the basics of who you are as a person, no matter how crazy the world is around you, like being who you are, staying true to yourself, and living the best life you can live.
So it's a very internal process.
Yeah, very internal process.
Yo, man, that was very dope.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for sharing. Aaliyah.
I mean, I feel like he really just summed it up. Like, that's really what I was gonna say. Just that, like, you have to know what does your energy feel like, right? Because, like, I know for myself, growing up, I used to feel like I needed to fix everything. I needed to, like, let me, you know, like, help with this, let me help with that, so everything can be okay, right? And so to be able to even be conscious of the fact that, especially as a child, that things may not be okay, you have to have a level of sensitivity and perception and intuition. And so I'm feeling everyone else's feelings and just like getting overwhelmed myself and not knowing like, okay, but how do I feel? Like, what is it that's actually true in this moment? Like, who am I? And so it's really just that, like, knowing like what your balanced state feels like. What does it feel like when you're feeling good, when you're feeling in your power, when you feel like you're confident and you're cute? Like, what does that feel like? So you can get back to that. Because if otherwise it's just like you're getting pulled in different directions all the time, you know?
Yeah, but when you can bottle up that feeling, right?
But you kind of can, you know, when you give yourself that.
What do you do is how do you sustain that?
How do I sustain that? Me personally, I like everybody in NCW knows when we have board meetings, we do our check-ins and we go like, you know, how are you? What's your emotional state? What's going on? Something you're grateful for? Like different questions that we like to ask each other so that way we're making sure that like we're good. Like where are you genuinely? Not just like, oh, I'm good. How are you? You know. And so something that everyone's familiar with is that I'm always like self-care. Like self-care comes first, comes before school, comes before anything. Because like before I'm in school, I'm a person, I'm a being. I have to take care of this being so I can do this work, whatever the work is, or if it's self-work. And so I tell that to say that I prioritize having time every day, ample time, hours of just like I can sit, even if I'm not like meditating in the way that I used to, or like I thought was, you know, kind of doctrine where I have to sit cross-legged and close my eyes and it's total silence and everything. It's just like, just giving myself that space to allow, okay, what's coming up today? Like what are these feelings? What is it that I want? What is it that I want to create for today? Do I want more peace today? Do I want more clarity? Do I want to be more focused? Do I want to laugh more? Like what is it that I want? So I allow myself that space to just like feel that. And if I wake up and I'm not feeling like the most chipper, I'm like, okay, that's okay. Like I'll talk to myself, not out loud, but in my head I'm like, that's okay. Like you're allowed to not always be like on 10, but what can I do right now to help you get there?
Right, that's it right there. So I'm a huge advocate of a guy named Bob Proctor, I'm not sure if anyone's familiar. And what he was saying was that if you just dedicate 30 minutes of your time every day to yourself, you'll get to where you want to be faster than with everything. If you think about it, it's just like eating food. You have to eat food every day. Why not take some time to take care of yourself?
If I could go to your point about sustainability, and we're talking about vibrations and staying in that energy, less than what is external of you, more what's internal. So when it comes to affirmations, like you're saying, I am confident. So what does that actually mean? You know, you can say it a million times and you can feel it, but you want to tap into the vibration of confidence within you. So what are the things that you are, like, actually make you feel confident? Like if having your weave laid makes you feel confident, okay, but then what is the root of that? Why does that make you feel confident, and how do you do that in other ways for yourself? If you don't feel confident when you speak in front of people, like what is the reason why? And how, so doing those physical, tangible things. So now you don't have to worry like, oh, my hair is not done, I'm not confident. Like you are in a constant state of confidence, and your hair gonna be laid just as you are. Like,
yes. Love it. My friend Olivia has something to share.
Yo, shout out. Just came in.
I find it like, I used to I overwork myself way too much. I have 3 jobs right now, actually on campus, so I'm just always running. And my mom's always like, just calm down, what makes you happy? And I'm like, paying your bills. And she's like, no, what makes you happy? And I'm like, all right, like taking time to myself, taking time to go get my nails done. I'm always giving my mom a couple hundred every other month, every other week to help her out with her bills. But it's like, what actually makes me happy? What actually makes me like stress-free? And
actually,
when I finally get out of work.
What's happiness to you? How do you define happiness?
I really haven't found the answer to that question yet, so I don't know.
But are you working on it?
Yes, I am.
All right. Does anyone else have anything to contribute?
I believe like in life that we're all like every person is going goes through like their own individual suffering, like on their own, on their own personal time that no one knows about, of course. And like through life, like you try to navigate through whatever life brings you. I think I do truly believe that it's really an internal journey. It's not external. It's not about who we choose to be outside towards other people. It's about how we kind of have to keep hold of ourselves really through everything. It's about, cause I don't know how to like really like just state it so properly. It's like I can't overemphasize it. I think that you really have to retain like who you are through everything and like who that true person is. Like a lot of people touch on these aspects too, and like in their speeches too. And like you have to retain like that part of you that keeps you sane, like what really keeps you passionate about life, about living, like why you're choosing to get up every day. Like you're making a choice to get out of bed every day for a reason, And if we just like believe that our reason is a dream that someone else sold us, then you're not really going to be fulfilled down the line, no matter how much money you make and stuff like that. And we see like even like social media, you're more aware about how many celebrities commit suicide than how many people who have the life that you want to live don't really like have everything that they ever wanted to have in life too at the same time. So I like always make it like it's more of a self-practice thing too. It's about like your habits. Like I was talking to Kai earlier, he even told me that earlier too, about maintain that 3 minutes, make sure you get the practice in, make sure you stick to your spirituality or your religion or whatever diet or like lifestyle hack that you have that you choose to keep yourself going like, through day in, day out. And I just like I always like I say my own mantras and my own confidence to my own time. And so I think that like this really is that like if you can like find a way to like remove yourself from the world internally and like stay centered from it, you will find a way that you don't have to worry about being this person for this, being this person in this job, being this person for your organization. You can really focus yourself on like being the best person that you can and apply that like unilaterally, apply that universally to like everything that you have like that you are.
Your greatest version. Yeah, exactly. If you keep maintaining that, that's all you need to worry about. If you didn't ever mind.
Oops. Is this the next slide?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're gonna do, is this like a repeat exercise?
It can be, but I just wanted to talk about why these are important. So these are some of the affirmations I use every morning. I'm healthy, I'm creative, I'm receptive. When I say I'm healthy, I'm referring to my physical health as well as my mental health. When I say I'm creative, I have the ability to adapt and to create a circumstance or respond to a circumstance in a creative way. When I say I'm receptive to, I'm not sure if you are big believers in God or the universe, but I'm receptive to the energy that comes from those presence. I constantly remind myself to stay in that state and to be present. There's vibrations that the universe has that to attune to, and some people are not attuned to it. So I pride myself on being attuned to the vibration.
Okay, thank you. Does this resonate with anyone and want to share how they connect to these statements?
Hey, really quickly, Isaiah, man, what's up, bro? You just missed a discussion. We were talking about mental health. I just want to know what it means to you, what mental health means to you.
Mental health, man, you can really come at it in so many different ways. Being in the corporate world myself, I think after you graduate college, you kind of really understand what your passion is and what you really love to do, what your purpose is. For me, sorry to kind of put me on blast, but it's all good. For me, I had started this podcast. It's called the Live For You podcast, and just really talk about your specific purpose and what you got going in your life, and how does that resonate with who you're trying to affect in life, your significant other, your family. And for me, the more I realize what I'm doing in the corporate world, I kind of really understand my purpose, like what I really want to do and how I really want to affect people. So I mean, I guess understanding what your purpose is, what you're passionate about, will really kind of gauge sort of your mental stability, so if that makes sense.
I just want to talk about how I sustain my mental health, because I compare, like, we have physical health, we have mental health. So how do you sustain your physical health? Through the food you eat healthy, you exercise. In the same way, your mind needs food. What do you feed your mind with information? Not every information is healthy. So you feed your mind with information and exercise. It's you meditated. That's exercise. So how I sustain my mental health is that I take good information through things I watch, through information I hear, things I see, and that stuff, and exercise through.
How do you decipher good information?
good information that feels uplifting, information that brings you down, don't take because it's not helping. Just take information that gives you that uplifts your soul, information that makes you feel happy, information that makes you feel fulfilled. For that stuff.
I'll share a little bit of a different perspective, just because, I've been like in a little bit of a bag, just studying spirituality and myself, very deep into astrology, metaphysics, things of that nature. And so in my study and my use of affirmations, I've actually just been coming up upon understanding what I am energy is, understanding what that actually means, and actually shifting the way that I speak my affirmations. So instead of saying I am healthy, saying I will good health. So like willingness, your willpower, your will to do something. You have the will to create the life that you want. And so we say like, oh, I will do something, but the will is the do. The will is the create. Like I will good health into my life. You just created good health in your life. I will creativity into my life. You just created creativity. You know what I mean? Those type of things. So not anything against the I am energy, but it also speaks to something that is not, you're not just talking about yourself when you use that powerful energy. It's like a whole different shift. So, if anybody if that resonates with anybody, I will. Yeah.
Yes.
My name is Nate. I think it's great as to what you said, but when we have certain circumstances and say like what your will for something is not necessarily happening, I think for me it's trying to find that balance and being okay with yourself, even if it's, because it might be 5 years down the road where it happens, but you're working towards it. You know what I mean?
I think the point is to realize that we're like co-creators in this experience.
Yeah.
So we have wants, right? Like we think we want something,
right?
And it might not be that actual thing we want, but that desire leads us to the direction in what we're actually supposed to do. So even if you think you want something, at least putting that energy out there will give the universe, God, the world that signal like, okay, if he wants this, I'm gonna give him what he really wants.
Yeah, and that's great. It's just like when we all go through our downs and stuff, it's just trying to find our balance and peace of mind through the process. It's easier said than done, but just try to stay positive, I guess, even when it doesn't work out.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate your mental health as currently constituted and why?
Me. I'm gonna say 14. Just on the basis that, like, the way I live my life, I constantly strive to be happy, and if I'm not happy, the people around me are happy, I feel like that's doing myself a disservice. So I just try to find the good in every little thing that I do and try to make the best of the situation that I'm in. So, yeah, 14.
That's the mini way.
What makes you happy? You said
what makes me happy? Waking up, getting a call from my mom on my boots, looking at my grades, seeing me doing well. Little things like that. Having a good support system around me, like people around me that always do positive things. All of that helps just always keep me in a pretty good mood. Just do my thing, brush my waves.
Can I ask how you address like very negative situations that maybe you didn't have a hand in creating, but still affected?
In terms of addressing negative situations, I mean, like everybody's been saying, everybody has had negative experiences. I've definitely had negative experiences, but it's really just talking to people, getting that off your chest, and finding ways to cope with it that you mentally feel is your way. So my way is, I exercise, I play video games, I do whatever to take my mind off of that and deal with it at another time. Because if it isn't benefiting me, then it's not beneficial.
Who else wants to share their scale? Josh?
I would say right now, I'm probably at like a 9.5. I wish I was like 8. But I think last week I had like a really big, not mental breakdown, but I came to reality like with certain things and components in my life at the moment. So it brought me down a little bit, but I was able to catch myself gauge certain things is, I think it's more so how I feel that day. Every day is a different day, and I know that entails different things, so I try to gauge it off of how my day is set and the structure is to my day. And mentally, I always try to keep myself on the high. I try to stay happy. I try to think of positive, advisors. I pray. Those are the things that keep me mentally sane. Talking to my mom. You know, my mom, she's in Texas, so calling her, getting that phone call with her, knowing that she has life in her body, like my sisters, my family members, like I don't get no calls like that. Those are all little key things for me that help me to stay sane and keep me on the high of that 9.5, because me personally, I don't know what it feels like to go through anything too detrimental to my mental health. But you know, I've had my highs and my lows, and I've known that having family around people that don't necessarily feel are there to uplift you, bring you to that level of saneness is the key component that you have to have in that mental health and wellness.
Thank you. Sister, I forgot your name.
That's okay. Irrity. Okay. So mine's Irrity, and I would say a 7.9 out of 9. And the reason I say that is like on the lower end, because last week was literally the week from hell. Like my keyboard seemed to break down, and it was like I feel like I didn't know where I currently was going with my life path, which was okay because I had like a series of meetings with like multiple teachers. Just like I like love it, and like I know that's what I'm going to work with, and like something I want to do, because like I want to. Like, if you want to figure out why that story, come to me after. But they basically were kind of telling me like I couldn't do it in the way that I wanted to. So I had to reframe what I wanted to do. So at that point, it's okay. I cry, I'm sensitive. At that point, that's when like I had like a series of meetings, and then like my last and final meeting, like there's two people who are kind of like anti what I want to do, because I'm a people person to the T. Like, if I die tomorrow, I want to know everybody around me is good. Like, my work is going to get done. Like, my grades are phenomenal, but I'm not going to sacrifice like this person in my life or someone around me because you want me to be on your time. I'm not on your time. Like, I'm on my time. This is my life. Like, I'm sorry. So, what should I go?
Stay in your bag.
Stay in your bag. So with that being said, like basically I realized at that end, like I'm okay. Like I'm basically going to like do hella research on what I want to do next semester. I'm applying to my grad programs. Like I finally get time to like kind of do what I want to do next semester, and not have like people constantly in my face to an extent telling me what to do. So like that's why my mental health is good. I'm like I would have snapped back quicker, but my mom's in Europe right now, and I haven't really talked to her, but that's like my homie. And she's that person who's like, "Girl, you got this," because I don't know, she doesn't. But yeah, I'm at a 7.9.
All right. Just like my man's over there, I'm not gonna lie, I'm also a 14, maybe 14.5, honestly. And the reason I say that is because I have the awareness, that I'm a young individual, and I have, you know, probably 50 years ahead of me, and 22 years, I'm just saying though, like, whatever. I have a lot of time left, and it's gonna be all right, you know, regardless of what I do now and how I go about it, I'll be okay, you know, it's gonna be all right, and I don't think people realize that the power of understanding that and being gentle to yourself is okay. It's okay to be nice to yourself. So every day I'm very soft and gentle to myself because I'm my hardest critic, so why would I not provide myself with the softness and the ease that I need, you know, to progress myself. So 14.5.
Shout out to my God. Bigger, I wanted to share. I'm Lance Smith, everyone. A very meaty guy. But yes, right now I would say I'm a perfect 10. I'm a 10 out of 10. And I would say 10 because I'm very, very balanced and very connected with you all. You know, we're all interconnected, and it's a great place to be right now. The sun popping out a little bit, see some rays, beautiful people, all you guys. I feel your intuitive minds, just connect with mine, and it's just good to be here. And I mean, we can be anywhere. We can be anywhere. We can be doing anything we want to do. But me, I wanted to be around more people. I mean, with the same energy, and that's what we're here doing. I mean, my boy in the camera, I see you. Everyone, just stay in your bag. Stay in your bag.
Thank you. Anyone wanted to share? Yeah. So, I don't really know how to rate exactly. I can't put a number to it, but I'm in very good mental health right now. I'm proud of myself. The end goal is to really, I have a very big issue with stressing over things that I'm not need to be stressed about. Like stuff that can be changed tomorrow, that can be changed now, you know? Grades, school, something that you can just take 10 minutes in the office with the professor. So that's where I'm at. But so I know that there's definitely work that needs to be done, but like I'm a lot, I wake up this morning. I'm the best. Like I have a blackboard and
Yes.
changing, and I'm really just happy to be here. So mentally that makes me feel really good. If my family's proud, that makes me feel good. You know, it's pretty much all. I have a lot to be thankful for and blessed for, and I'm healthy and mentally I'm healthy.
Kaya, did you want to share something?
Yeah, I just really, the rating, I don't know, ask me like a month from now, but I don't know, I just genuinely feel like I really needed to be here. Just hearing everybody else speaking is like y'all literally have me tearing up right now, like this is really where I need to be.
Wow.
Let it out.
Like this week just alone has been you know, being a good student, I realize I'm a good student because I'm good at just going through the motions, you know, doing what I have to do, doing my priorities. And it's kind of hard to sit down and literally make time. Like, it's not about having time, you know, we all have busy schedules. It's about making time for your mental health. And, you know, I'm realizing I started putting other people's mental health before myself, my own. And I'm really good at telling other people, like, you know, make time for yourself. You gotta put yourself first. It's all about self-care. But I realized it wasn't until like this week that I realized like I'm not doing that for myself. And I'm not putting myself first. And it's like, I'm like, you know, we gotta sit down. I gotta talk to you about like what you're going through. You're going through depression right now. I can see it in you. But like, I'm failing to realize like I'm not connected with myself right now. You know, I'm putting your mental health before my own. So yeah, I just really like appreciate the space right now, and I'm feeling the energy. So yeah, I just really want to share.
Thank you.
Love you.
Okay, so I'm not gonna rate myself. I'm not gonna do that right now. But I don't know. I don't really, like she was saying, it's nice to be in this energy, and I'm always that person to not talk about myself too much because I don't really like to get judged or be looked at as different. But for these past couple of months, I've been struggling. My mom hasn't really been supportive. Like just my whole family hasn't really been supportive of my mental health and what I've been going through for the past couple of months. So that's been the hardest. I mean, I try to work and overwork myself to try to not think about it, but it hurts because like the ones that I need the most are never there when I need them, but whenever I need to send them money. So,
It's
okay. It's okay. Keep on breathing. Keep on breathing. It's okay.
So that's where I am right now. But hearing everybody's stories, it's really helpful. So I appreciate it.
Real quick, just so everyone's aware, and you don't have to be a member, we NCW every Tuesday week from between 6 and 6:30. We have like open office hours for people to come in and like talk to us and we open it to our members, but like if anyone in here wants to come in and like speak to us between 6 and 6 before our actual meeting starts, please do. And don't just, I mean, this space is beautiful, but we can carry it outside of this. So it comes off the roof of the open. Odie is there, so if you need to breathe.
I'm always around. If anyone is ever looking for me, either near Putnam or I am like in the center somewhere hiding. So we're around.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
I just on this topic of this conversation, I want to make it important that when you're having like bad thoughts or bad days or bad cycles or bad years, like remember that doesn't necessarily mean that you have bad mental health or that something is wrong with you. Like, you know, we are born into a dysfunctional system, like a lot of dysfunction going on, but we are rooted in love. And so when you're in love, you try to operate in dysfunction, things that are against, like things that make you feel good are going to happen. But a lot of times you have to shift one way for you to be able to even be in a mental space to receive the things that are coming the other way. Like you have to, things that you're going through that are, you know, making you feel like I don't have good mental health, making you feel like I'm going through these crazy things. Like there's some type of energy, some type of something that is available to you to, you know, that's happening for a reason. Like it's cliche to say everything happens for a reason, but it really, really does. You know, get out of your own way, but don't make yourself feel like, oh my gosh, I'm crazy, everything's wrong with me. Because you're having, you know, that period. Everybody in some way, shape, or form experiences that in their life. Especially like I'm 24, like, you know, we're under 20, like you said, we have a whole 75, 85, 95, 100 years left to live. Like the stuff that you are stressing about right now, I graduated from Howard University. I don't remember not one thing I stressed about when I was in college. Not one thing. Not one thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't. It matters because right now matters, but it really doesn't matter unless you think it does in the grand scheme of things. So just know like you are okay. Like you're going to be more than okay, flourishing, successful, happy, loved, cared for in the ways that you deserve if you show that to yourself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Stephen Sam. I'll give myself a rating of 9, honestly, because I've been drawing a lot of inspiration from people, especially the last 2 weeks. So I love kids, especially like my little brother, and like seeing prosperity in kids, like growing and stuff like that, kind of brings a lot of joy to me. And I know using that joy just kind of spread it throughout people. And I feel like, you know, when you have joy, you have a purpose in life, you know, you can go a long way. And like, like my family, my friends, and like, you know, the kids I work with, I kind of feel like in a good space, so to say.
Anyone else want to speak to this question?
So something small, kind of big, that has been really helpful for me has been just being outside, right? Because when the seasons change, like everybody loves summer because we can be outside, we can be in the sun, we can like, you know, just soaking it all up, feels good. But then, you know, when it gets colder, we gotta be inside all the time, going from class to class and meeting to meeting. And if anybody like sees me around campus, most of the time I'm like on my way to a meeting. Like I'm always doing stuff. And so having the time, like I'm so blessed because right across from my building, there's like this like forest area. So I'll like sometimes in the morning just go and like I'll be like in my pajamas, but with my little slides on, and I just go into the forest and I just stand and I'm just like, yo, I live on a planet. Like it's so trivial because like, you know, we grow up like learning the planets and like, ooh, you know, like okay, there's Mars, like, but really being like, yo, I live on a planet. Like this is in space. Like this is a speck of dust. Like I'm here for a finite amount of time. Like I'll probably come back around once I die, but like, you know, like it's just something to think about where I'm like, literally like we live like on a planet inside of buildings that were constructed, societies and cultures that were constructed for thousands of years by people. Like, so why can't I just create what I want? Why can't I just say today's gonna be a good day? Why can't I just like, this morning, like I woke up and I was like, okay, we have the event today. And I was like, and I'm thinking about things that have to be done. And I'm giving myself that space to allow these emotions to pass through, right? I'm not gonna be like, I'm not allowed to feel that. Like, I'm allowed to feel that. I'm gonna let that emotion pass through. And I was like, okay, I deserve to feel happy. I deserve to feel joyful. I deserve to feel grateful. So what can I do right now to allow myself to access that feeling? So I put on like Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I'm like jumping around my room, like screaming and just, you know, and then I'm like, I don't know, playing like Nikki or something, like doing things that I'm just like, I'm moving my body, I'm present in my body, like I'm gonna do something that's gonna help me feel better. Like I feel silly, I love feeling silly, I love laughing, I love smiling, like what can I do right now so I can feel more of that emotion? So,
and off of that,
yeah.
quickly, I appreciate that. It's something that you all can take that is practical and actually use when you're like in a certain state, something I call a rampage of appreciation. So what you do is, I'm appreciative, I'm grateful for my family, for my life, for my body. The more you do that, you know, you get into a state where you're like, oh shit, like I'm actually okay, I'm actually well. The more you do that, it just fosters certain emotions within you that'll help you get out of that state or put you into a better state. Something I use, something you all can take.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So why don't does anyone else want to share, like Aaliyah shared, music, feeling present in her body, maybe thinking about things you're grateful for? Does anyone else want to share, what do you focus on when you feel like you're too much in your head or like you're not feeling the way you want to be feeling so that you can be successful in the day? What do people do to be able to access certain feelings that they need in order to be successful? Yes?
So I just thought of a couple of things that I do. Normally when I get sidetracked or off track, you know, from my focus or from my day or when I'm into at the moment, I think about this woman here and I think about other people that are close to me, but I think about this woman because I spend the most time with her and I think about the energy she has, the heart she has, and just the appearance, you know, when I open my eyes, it's like, wow, you know, why am I mad again? You know, like what was I thinking about again? You know, it brings me right back to that mental, you know, clarity, you know, so I can be able to do whatever else it was or be focused again, you know, so whenever you're off track or, you know, you have some times where you're thinking about something that doesn't matter or doesn't pertain to the energy that you're creating, you know, think about people that you love, think about how they're always going to be there, you know, think about how they're going to call you, they're going to be there, they're going to pull up, they're going to see you, you know, it's going to be lit again. You know what I mean? Think about those relationships that you have with things as well. I mean, that's always there. You leave home from like your favorite thing you touch, you use every day, come right back to it. You know what I mean? This is that happiness again, getting right back into, you know, things that you love, people that you love. You know what I mean? Being around a lot of energy. Those are things that really keep me on a mental health, you know, a mental health state. Definitely.
Just to like piggyback off of that, like I have 2 nieces and 2 nephews, and I was the only boy out of 3 girls, and I was a baby, and then like my oldest, the closest sister to me is 5 years, so like there was no let's go play outside. Like I think of the times I'm just like watching my nieces and my nephews grow up because necessarily I didn't have that like in first-hand experience of like the intermingling of my siblings being so close to age, you know, so I think of them necessarily because a lot of the things I'm doing right now is for them. And then of course for my kids to come, you know, just having a phone call from them. I have a nephew now, he's just getting to the age of being able to talk and form his words and his sentences, so I get on the phone with him, and he's the only boy since me, so when we talk it's like, you know, a little rough and tough, but just to see that and see him gain knowledge and grow and develop into, you know, eventually the boy and the man that I want, and you know his parents and my family want to see him become. I think that's like what keeps me going. Even with my nieces and my nephews, those are like my pride and joy. They're not my kids, but I just love them so much. Whereas those things, when I think of that, it's like, all right, there's a reason. There's another generation behind me that, you know, needs that guidance. You know, needs that leadership along the way, so that way they don't fall into certain mistakes or habits that I necessarily fell into, or their parents fall into.
I used to have I used to be really bad at, or excuse me, not really bad, I used to struggle with being grateful. Like you could say like, oh, I'm grateful, you could say it a million times, but I like would say it but didn't really feel it until I shifted from just like the feeling of gratitude for having gratitude for the ability to whatever it is. So like if you feel a lot, like if you be in your feelings and you just be like you said, like you just be worried about stuff that don't even matter. Like being grateful for the ability to feel like that at all. So you don't even have to like be grateful that you feel, because if you don't feel, a lot of people have trouble feeling grateful if something is not going good for them. It's like, how am I supposed to be happy right now? Like, whatever it is, I just failed this class, this happened to me, I just got broken up with, but it's like grateful for the ability to experience that. Grateful for the ability to feel how you feel. Grateful for the ability to, whatever it is, whether it's good or bad, and that will like shift you because you were feeling.
Those are your feelings, you know?
Right.
Nobody can give you happiness, you know?
Right.
You feel that, you see that person, you feel that experience, but that's yours, you know? That's for you to take in, so, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for that conversation, everyone. So next, here's another affirmation piece.
Yeah, definitely. So for these affirmations here, I am love, I am success, and I am truth. For me, I use these affirmations and they're kind of interchangeable. So love is truth. If you're truthful, you'll be successful. And if you're successful, you'll probably be in love. And so for me, these kind of affirmations have a unity between them. They all empower each other. It's like a chain of command almost, you could say. But when I use these affirmations, it's a reprogramming of your subconscious mind in order for you to rely on these type of beliefs, emotions, and good thoughts. The ones that uplift you, good information, things that you can meditate on, exercise on, and your mind will thank you for. So I am love, I am success, and I am truth.
Right, so really touch on this a little bit. Do you want to go to the next one? Aaliyah?
Oh, well, I always like the question about self-care practices because it's such an evolution, right? Because a lot of us, we don't grow up seeing our parents necessarily like, journaling, or we don't necessarily grow up seeing them do things that are self-care and that are like, I'm putting myself first, like this is in a way that's like healthy and nourishing practices. So it's something that we really have to discover for ourselves, like what is that I can do every day, that I can do real quick, right? Like I saw this one video and it's been really helpful for me where it's like this girl, she sings her affirmations. So the one that I saw, she says, what is it? My life is full of joy. I love to play, I laugh all day, my life is full of joy. And it's like, think about how many songs we're singing, right? Like I know like all the lyrics to Barbie Dreams. I'm like in my room, like thinking I'm spitting, But like taking that time to also look at myself in the mirror, and I'll put my hands over my heart and I'm like giving myself 3 genuine compliments, because I found like I love letting people know what I love about them. Like I love loving people, I love being in love, I love loving, like it's just the greatest, like and so really making sure that like I'm not draining myself by like being so present for everybody else. So I take that time and it's like this is really like emotional, and I'm like, whew. I'm like in the mirror and I'm just like, I love the fact that I am so kind to everyone that I meet, and that I'm intentional about that, and that I treat everyone the same, and like I go into these things that like I notice about me and that I notice, and that it's like it's different when you receive a compliment externally, like, oh, I like your fit, or I like your hair. It's like that's always nice, but things that that you're doing, that you're working on, being able to gas your own self in that way, like, yo, you're really learning how to show up. Like you went to every class this week, or like you've been drinking your water, like whatever it is, like gassing yourself, because then you feel like I can keep doing this. Like I have that sense of support and that sense of self, that true sense of self.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna focus on this one right now because we have to move through the PowerPoint. Just a little bit of a time check. I want to be respectful of people's time. All right. That's what it is. I am expansive. I am wealthy. I am free. I am worthy. I am light. I am strength. So maybe I'll take like 1 or 2 people who want to respond to this. Do you feel like you have a support system to aid with your mental health and wellness? Janae?
Hello. Okay, so I have a big problem with pushing people away when I have mental breakdowns, because I like to find the root within myself. just figure it out all on my own. So it wasn't until this week I had like a really big one and I couldn't take it anymore. I called my dad, I started like crying, and he didn't know how to like deal with it and handle that because he doesn't know how to handle his own mental health. So I like got mad and I hung up on him, but he like reached out to my grandmother and was like, I don't know how to speak to her, like, can you help her out? And I didn't grow up with my dad, I grew up with my mom. So I also didn't grow up with my grandma because my dad he didn't have a strong relationship with her, so he always like pushed his kids away from like talking to her. But like when I was younger, she'd reach out to me, like send me money. So I only knew her from like a financial standpoint and not really like, hey, I can come talk to you. So when she called me and like started like talking to me, it really touched me because she asked me what's going on, and I like tried to tell her, but like I just kept crying. She's like, no, I just want you to like be quiet and I want you to breathe, and then I'm gonna speak and listen. So just having someone there telling me that, it like really like helped me because she was like, I don't know if like your dad or mom told you this, but like I'm proud of you and like you're doing really good. So like knowing that I had like her, she was like, you don't even have to call me for money. You can call me like when you like need me, like I'm here for that. So that really touched me. And then on my mom's side, my family is Jamaican, so it's very hard. Like I can't really fail. But like this was like the first time like I actually opened up to them like, yo, I'm actually like struggling. Like I am not doing the best academically. And my great grandma, she really wasn't like understanding it too much. She was more so like, okay, you just need to like relax and like do what you have to do. And it's just like I'm telling her like, that's not like, what it is. And my mom was more like listening to me at this point. So it really like solidified that I realized that I do have like my mom and like I also have my dad's family. So like, yeah.
Thank you. I think it's important to know like when you are gonna reach out to someone and try to open up, I think it's important to understand what type of listener you need in that moment. Because some people don't listen right and then you end up feeling worse than when you went to them. And so, but I think that's like a lot of internal work, like what do I need in this moment, what type of person do I need, what do I need in this moment. So that's something.
Sure. I am powerful beyond measure. I am confident in my life. I am able to overcome all obstacles. I am a joy to hear.
Would anyone like to read this for us?
I am a joy to be around.
No, take it now. You take it. You got it.
My boy.
No, you're good, man.
I am positive influence. I am aware of my emotions.
I am on the best path. I am living my best life. I am a creative individual.
Yes, you are.
I am wise, I am compassionate, I am honest.
Yes.
I am safe, I am justice, I am ambitious.
Does anyone know of any available on-campus mental health and wellness resources that you're aware of and would recommend to others? Amani told us that NCNW is about a half hour before they meet for people to come in if anyone wants that time and space. What are some other places that folks know where they can go? There's pet therapy, okay?
First floor was there. They usually have dogs, so if you like big dogs, that's for you.
I feel like we all know, but everyone knows Dr. Price's door is always open.
That is dope. Anything, talk to that woman. That woman is my mama.
Yes, yes.
And for the viewers, you know, Dr. Cooper's always there.
Amen.
So, sorry for the wait. Now we're going to get into our yoga meditation portion. The first portion will be led by Karen. Let's do that.
All right, so we don't have the most maximized space. We have more than enough space. So we're going to do some chair yoga. But to begin, everybody stand to your feet. You've been seated for quite some time now. Alrighty, yeah, so naturally, as you guys are doing, we're going to naturally raise our hands to the sky. Give us a nice little stretch. Breathing in. And breathing out. Relaxing your hands back down. take our hands out here, relax your shoulders. We're going to place our hands on our hips, and before we begin the chair postures, we're going to continue a little bit of the affirmations and a little bit of deep breathing here. So we're going to breathe in, feel success. We're going to breathe in here, feeling confident. We're going to breathe in here, feeling our truth. Last breath here, feeling nice and powerful. Great. Now that we're prepared, in a good space, you can turn back to your seats. And so for the seated yoga, unlike sitting inside of a regular chair where you might want to get cozy, you know what I mean, lay back, you know what I mean, you might want to text your phone, we're going to go ahead and sit at the edge of your seat with your feet planted and making sure that your back is nice and erect. Yes, from your top of your head to your seat bone. We're going to begin with our hands directly over our knees, coming into a nice, relaxed body posture. We're going to breathe in here for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And exhaling. Once more here, inhaling. And exhaling. So to begin, we're going to raise our right hand to the sky. And we're going to raise our left to follow. From here, take one large deep breath in, reaching towards the ceiling. Exhaling, keeping your hands up. From here, taking your left hand, wiggle those fingers, and we're going to grab your right wrist and give a nice side stretch here. So being mindful of your neighbor, stretching to your side, so your left hand totally your right. Breathing in here, exhaling into this posture. One more breath here, and exhaling. On this inhale, come back to center. On the exhale, wriggle that right hand and grab the other opposite wrist, and we're stretching to the other side here. Being mindful of your neighbor, breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in here. One more exhale. Inhaling, come back to center. And on the exhale, we're going to use our right hand, bending that elbow. It's going to reach in between our shoulder blades, and the left hand is going to help push that arm back. So we have a good shoulder stretch here. Breathing into your rib cage, creating space. And exhaling, just relaxing into the posture. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling in this posture. And exhaling. Last nice breath for this side, inhaling here, and exhale. Now inhaling, your left arm back, your right arm comes back, and we're switching sides here, so bending that opposite arm, and your other hand comes to a leverage and helps create space. 3 breaths here, inhaling, and exhaling. One more inhale here, expand your rib cage. And exhale. Last inhale in this posture. And exhale. From here, bring your hands back up. And we're going to relax and bring them right onto our thighs. From here in this posture, we're going to begin to prepare for a meditation. Relax even more. If you're able to, if you're not wearing too much or restrictive clothing, we're actually going to place our right ankle over our left knee. Yeah, so get nice, like you're reading in a newspaper, getting educated. Yeah, you're seated, like you're seated. Yeah, and so the main stretch we're working on here is usually the hip muscle, the adductors on the side that get very inactive from seating for a long time. And so what we're essentially trying to do is rotate our leg to a horizontal position. Nobody needs to pop their hip out of their socket. If you can go as far as this is good enough. Where we're going to breathe in here and elongate, widen your collarbone. And on the exhale, you want to use your arms to kind of leverage and put weight on that leg. 2 more breaths in this posture. Inhale. And exhale. Relaxing your shoulders. 1 more inhale here. And exhale. Great job on this side. It's done to one side, done to the next. So we're going to relax this leg down. Bring up the other leg. From here, coming into your seat, stabilizing yourself. And we're going to inhale here, creating space in your collarbone. And exhale, maybe leveraging some of that weight onto your leg. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. And exhale, we're releasing this leg down. Last concluding posture before we get into this meditation. I want to thank you guys. And so what we're going to do is similar to standing, we're going to conclude with some affirmations. And so this time it's going to be a seated twist. So hands on your hips here. Breathing in. I am truth. Breathing in. I am love. Breathing in. I am success. Look to your left if you have a neighbor there. Look to your right if you have a neighbor there. Return back to center, essentially with yourself. Bringing your hands back to person. And shalom. Thank you guys for this yoga session. We be prepared for the meditation.
I won't keep you all long. I know some people have to go. Really quickly, I'm a certified mindfulness-based stress business. Allows me to teach mindful yoga. So today I'm going to take you through a series of meditations. The first one will be a clear mind meditation. The second one will be a self-love meditation. And the last one will be like a self-actualization meditation. It won't be long, I promise. So to begin, make sure that you're erect. Put your back against the seat, that would be great as well. You want to drop your shoulders. You want to take in 2 deep inhales. You want to hold those exhales. And exhale. Pardon me. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Once more, inhale. Hold. And exhale. So as I talk, I want you to remain mindful of your breathing. That's all you need to do. Nothing for you to accomplish, nothing for you to get done. Just breathe. As you're breathing, I want you to be aware, or begin to be aware, of how you feel when you see somebody you love. What emotions arise? How do you physically feel? What type of energy are you giving to this person, this thing, this place? Some might say love. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Now with the feelings you get from this person, this place, or this thing, the emotions that arise, energy that you give, take all of that and apply it to yourself. It's yours now. I mean, it belongs to you. love that you now have for yourself. I want you to imagine a golden light off in the distance. You feel the heat permeating off of this golden light in a warming way. As it gets closer, you start to feel more confident. This golden light is success. The golden light is abundance. This golden light is everything you want to become. As it gets closer, you begin to realize that this golden light is you. Everything you are trying to achieve, everything you want to achieve, you already are. Deep inhale. Just hold. Exhale. Now, with this feeling of love you have for yourself, this feeling of confidence and self-understanding, I want you to imagine yourself laying down a bed of grass or a beach, wherever you feel most comfortable. Relaxing the body mentally, relaxing yourself physically. You look up into the sky. In the sky, you see clouds. These clouds are like dots. You can't touch the clouds, you can't move the clouds. You can simply allow clouds to be clouds. Same thing with your thoughts. As you're laying down in this great state, allow your thoughts to just pass you by. Now for a moment, I'm going to silence myself and allow you to observe your thoughts. Don't interact, observe the movement. Observe the direction. You'll get to a space where it might feel foreign, you might feel dis-ease, but embrace that, enjoy that. This is you. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Begin. Remembering to breathe. There's nothing to fight. There's nothing to get done. We're okay where you are. Remembering to breathe. Allowing any external sounds to bring you deeper into yourself. Allowing your abundance, your gratitude for yourself to rise. Allowing yourself to feel the love and the thankfulness for you taking this time to center yourself. Now, however you want to feel from this moment on, affirm that right here and now. If you want happiness, feel happiness. If you want love, feel love. The choice is yours. Taking the time to absorb the energy you have created in this space harness it. Thank it. Wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, gently and slowly, opening your eyes when you're ready to do so. Namaste, my people.
Thank you, 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 thank you. Hi, beautiful. Hi, queen. Wow. I feel elevated. I feel grateful. I feel nourished. And I am deeply grateful for every single person who is in this space, who chose to give their time and their energy to being present, to being here, to being loving, to receiving one another, to listening to one another. Thank you, Minky Zinky. Thank you, CU. Thank you, NCNW. Thank you, Bros. Thank you for showing up. To close out, and we're about to end, but available are teas, and like some refreshments. They're really delicious. They have different healing abilities. There's also the affirmation station. But we're just going to do a quicker version of the little union practice that we did before, just to close out and to send healing energy to one another once again, because we are our own healers. We need to look and stray far from outside of our own selves to get the nourishment, to get the love, to get the joy, to get the healing that we desire. Because ain't nobody gonna save us. Okay? We save ourselves. We heal ourselves. We love ourselves. So, stand real quick, please. Turn to somebody who you feel comfortable with. You can mix it up, you can do whatever that you stand by them, that you will lift them up. With eye contact alone, let them know that you are grateful that they chose to be here today, right now, in this moment, as they are. With eye contact alone, let them know that they are appreciated, that they have gifts, that they are powerful. With eye contact alone, send this person love. See them as the complex and simple and loving human being that they are, that you are. With eye contact alone, let them know that y'all are not separate. You are one. You are a mirror, a reflection of joy, of love, of purity, of wholeness, of wealth. With eye contact alone, let this person know that they are seen. They are seen. They are seen. You are seen. I am seen.